Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village surrounded by green meadows and tall whispering forests, there lived a sweet girl whom everyone called Little Red Riding Hood. She was given this name because of the bright red cloak with a hood that she always wore. Her grandmother had sewn it for her, and the girl loved it so much that she rarely took it off. Little Red Riding Hood was kind, cheerful, and loved by all. But most of all, she loved her grandmother, who lived in a small cottage deep within the forest. One bright morning, her mother called her. "My dear," said her mother, placing a basket on the table, "your grandmother isn't feeling well. I've baked some fresh bread, packed a little butter, and added a jar of honey. Please take these to her, and don't forget to give her my love." Little Red Riding Hood's eyes sparkled. She was always happy to visit her grandmother. She put on her red cloak, picked up the basket, and promised her mother she would go straight to the cottage. "Remember," her mother warned gently, "stay on the path. Don't wander into the woods and never talk to strangers." The girl nodded eagerly and set off. The forest was alive with the songs of birds and the golden glow of sunlight peeking through the trees. As she skipped along, picking wildflowers here and there, she didn't notice that someone was watching her from behind the trees. It was the wolf. The wolf was sly and clever, with eyes that gleamed and a mind full of cunning plans. Seeing the girl in her bright red cloak, he thought to himself, "What a delicious little snack she will be, and perhaps her grandmother too." He stepped onto the path with a smile that looked kind but hid his wicked thoughts. "Good morning, dear child," the wolf said smoothly. "Where are you off to on such a fine day?" Little Red Riding Hood, forgetting her mother's warning, replied politely, "I'm going to visit my grandmother. She's not feeling well, and I'm taking her some bread, butter, and honey." The wolf licked his lips secretly. "How thoughtful! And where does your grandmother live?" "She lives in a little cottage at the end of this path, past the big oak tree," the girl answered without a second thought. The wolf grinned. "What a lovely day for a walk. Why don't you gather some flowers for her? They'll surely cheer her up." Little Red Riding Hood clapped her hands in delight. "What a wonderful idea!" she exclaimed, and she stepped off the path to pick daisies and violets. Meanwhile, the wolf wasted no time. He ran swiftly through the forest, faster than Little Red Riding Hood could ever walk. Within minutes, he reached the grandmother's cottage. He knocked gently on the door. "Who is it?" came the frail voice of the grandmother. "It's me, your granddaughter, Little Red Riding Hood," the wolf replied, disguising his voice. "Come in, dear," said the grandmother. The wolf rushed inside. Without giving her a chance to escape, he gobbled up the poor grandmother in one big gulp. Then he quickly put on her nightcap and glasses and tucked himself under the covers, pretending to be her. Soon after, Little Red Riding Hood arrived, carrying her basket of food and flowers. She knocked softly. "Grandmother, it's me, Little Red Riding Hood." "Come in, dear," the wolf croaked, trying to sound like the old woman. The girl entered and went to the bedside. Something seemed strange. "Oh, grandmother," she said slowly, "what big eyes you have." "All the better to see you with, my dear," the wolf replied. "And, grandmother, what big ears you have." "All the better to hear you with, my dear." "And, grandmother, what big teeth you have." The wolf's grin widened as he leapt from the bed. "All the better to eat you with," he roared. Terrified, Little Red Riding Hood screamed. Just then, a woodcutter who was passing by heard her cries. He rushed into the cottage with his axe. Seeing the wolf, he struck him down and freed the grandmother, who was shaken but unharmed. Little Red Riding Hood hugged her grandmother tightly, tears of relief in her eyes. "Oh, grandmother, I'll never again wander off the path or talk to strangers." Her grandmother smiled gently. "That is a lesson worth remembering, my dear." From that day on, Little Red Riding Hood kept her promise. She was always careful, and she never forgot the lesson she had learned about trust, obedience, and the dangers of the forest. And so, the village lived in peace once more, and the wolf was never seen again.